It can be tough to get yourself out the door for those winter runs when it's cold, dark, wet and miserable outside. I've got 5 tips to help ease that pain. Here we go. Tip 1, layer up. You'll often hear people say be bold, start cold, and while that's pretty good advice generally, you're not going to be heading out in the freezing temperatures in a t-shirt. So layer appropriately. When temperatures start to hit those negative degrees, I'm out there in a beanie, gloves, hoodie, t-shirt. I've got leggings under my shorts. I'm taking no chances out there. And even with all those layers on, if I'm doing a slow, easy zone 2 run, I'm not going to overheat in that. It's exactly what I need in those temperatures. So don't be too bold. Layer as needed. You don't want to be caught out there freezing. Tip 2. You're going to need to give more consideration to your running route during those winter months. If you're an early morning runner, it's going to be dark when you're heading out there, so you're going to want to choose a path that's well lit. If temperatures are freezing, you're going to want to choose a path that's going to potentially have some shade cover so it won't have frozen over, or if the paths around you get gritted, you're going to want to take that into consideration for your run. If it is snowy, icy paths, you don't want to take the risk of taking a tumble, so potentially think about choosing an indoor workout on a treadmill, or if you have a local track near you, they're generally going to be a better environment versus those slippy paths. Tip 3, you're going to want some accountability for these runs to help you keep that motivation during the winter months. If you have a friend who's also a runner, plan to get out there and run together. If you have some running clubs or other social activities in your area that incorporate some social runs during the week, go for that. If you've got a park run on a Saturday morning, go hit that up. So all of that accountability can help you to get that training in on the days where you don't want to do it. Tip 4, external motivation. Think about signing up for a race or event in springtime so that you can keep that motivation through the winter months, because you have that goal that you're working towards. Having that external goal will keep you motivated because you have that end date in mind and you know that you're on the timeline that you're working towards. Tip 5, switch your training focus. So this is a little bit counterintuitive to the overall message of the other tips, but if you are finding it hard to have that motivation to train outdoors through the winter months, you can look at getting more focus on your gym work. So focus on increasing your strength base, which will support your running later in the year once the weather turns around and you're more motivated to get outside. So having that switch in focus, so potentially strength training in the gym, getting on an indoor bike, or whatever type of training you may desire, having that switch in focus will give you that extra motivation because you're focused on something different. And then when it comes back around to spring, summer months, you'll have that added motivation of getting back into running and that refocus on it. So that can be a great alternative in the winter if you don't have that upcoming event that you're working towards. That's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.